If you want to sound like a leader in your next global meeting, you need to stop using the most dangerous four-letter word in professional English. That's ASAP or ASAP. But here's the problem. Most people think as soon as possible sounds urgent and productive. In reality, it sounds desperate, vague, and a little amateur. So today we're going to fix your rhythm of authority. I'm going to show you why this one phrase is killing your professional image and exactly what the founding members of top tier companies use instead. Okay, welcome to our first episode for 2026. So it's been a while. And for today's episode, so think about the last time you sent an email with this word, ASAP, in the subject line. So you were stressed, right? You needed that report or that approval, like right at that moment. But here's what happens on the other side. When a high-level executive or a global colleague sees ASAP, they don't see urgency. What they see is a lack of planning and organization. So if everything is ASAP, then nothing is a priority. It creates clutter in their brain, and that's normal. It's the same thing with your daily life. So if you think that everything is important, you will end up doing nothing, and it will induce anxiety. And it's not healthy. It creates more stress. Imagine it's like a car alarm that never stops. Eventually, people just start ignoring you. So instead of getting your work done faster, you're actually training your team to deprioritize your emails. So we don't want that. If you are an ideal leader, good leaders don't ask for things as soon as possible. Leaders set boundaries and clear timelines. Although we know in the real world, this seldom happens, especially if someone from the higher management will demand something to be submitted like right now. So they will ask you to give the report or create something, like do some magic. So we all know that. But assuming that you are working in a company that has a great work ethics or the culture of your company is good. So if you have good leaders, that should not happen. So good leaders don't always say, do that ASAP. So they plan. So leaders set boundaries and clear timelines. So instead of ASAP, use the specific deadline rule. So you can think of a specific time of the day. So for the first one, so let's say we have the soft deadline. So use I'd appreciate your feedback by EOD or end of day, Thursday, so I can finalize the deck for Friday's meeting. So that's one possible way to set a soft deadline, so like a soft push. The second technique is to use the action trigger. So example, once you approve the budget, I can launch the campaign immediately. So what happens is that you put the ball in their court. So you don't try to overthink or overthink like, where will I get those data? So I cannot make magic. It's impossible for you to just come up with with your own data. So you need that from another team. So let them know that you need that in order to proceed to procedure number 2 or something like that. So the first thing is that they give you what's needed. You give the chef what to cook before you can cook. You cannot do magic like just create something out of nothing. So that's another way to do it. Number 3, the transparency play. So you can say, I'm aiming to wrap this up by 2 p.m. today. Let me know if that works on your end. Okay, so that sounds good and formal and very professional. So you stop being like a student and you ask favors and start being a partner managing a project. So you're not a kid anymore. You need to collaborate. Okay, so don't just take my word for it, but maybe you can try it in your next 3 emails. And you will notice that the freezing stops when you take control of the timeline. If you're ready to bridge the gap between academic English and real world authority, stay tuned. And if you are in Bangkok or any part of the world and you want to dive deeper into this, hit me up for a 15-minute English audit. And I'll be able to coach and suggest on how you can improve. Stop translating, start leading. So I'll talk to you in the next episode. Bye.